Welcome back to another Charlotte Legacy League where we have Grixis Delver versus Show and Tell. Both players have kept 7 cards and Robert will be on the play. We'll see him lead off with a Steam Vents and shock in for 2 and probably follow that up with a Ponder that he has in his hand. Yes, he will. Look at the top 3 cards. It's good to see that these guys got dressed together with the same sleeves, but he's got a Brainstorm, a Misty there, and one other card that he chooses to draw. Looks like it is a Daze. Not a bad way to... Nope, not a Daze. Misdirection, perhaps? It's a card. It's a blue card. Well, he has the Daze, and then we'll see a Daze back from Chris. Chris will let off with a Volcanic Island into a Delver. Pretty standard start for a Grixis Delver deck. And then he followed that up with his own Daze. See a trigger. No blind flip off the Delver this time. That is very rare. Must not have the luck that some people have sometimes. We'll see a pass back over to Rob. See him fetch and probably go get stifled. Yeah, that's a thing that you can do. That is a misdirection in his hand. Vinny would be very happy right now seeing Stifle played in the Delver deck. That is gut wrenching. We'll see a shock from Robert and pass back over. We'll see no Delver flip again this time. I imagine we're going to see it this time though. We've got the flickering on the camera again. Not sure what's going on with that. Not a big fan of it. Definitely doesn't like something that's happening here. We'll see an attack for 1 from Chris, and we'll see him follow up with a Volcanic Island and a Dragon Rage Chandler. It's like Rob has a Brainstorm. He drew a Mountain. We'll see 3 cards off the top here. Looks like an Atraxa, an Emrakul, and some other card that I can't quite tell. Now, you can put 2 of these back, which is nice. I'm not sure what he's going to put back, though. Probably the Misdirection at this point. Maybe he holds on to that for the pitch. And then he didn't find the land he was looking for. And we'll see a Mountain. And we're probably going to see the flip here. That looks like it's a Knight's Whisper from Chris. And we'll see an attack here for 4. He'll play a Wasteland and Wasteland the Steam Vents. That makes total sense. Complete control of this game versus Show and Tell. There's a Sneak Attack. That's the card that I didn't know what it was. And Robert's in pretty bad shape here. We've got a land and 2 instants in the graveyard, so not quite there on the Dragon Rage Chandler yet. But we could see some cantripping or something along those lines from Chris to try and get a trigger on the Dragon Rage Chandler and fill up that graveyard. We do have a Brazen Borrow in hand, so there's a Knight's Whisper, which is, I believe, an instant as well. Now we have a creature in the graveyard. Draw 2. Got a Force of Will in hand as well. That's pretty good. Jeez, this game's pretty, yeah, that's wrapped up. If you've been enjoying our content, please be sure to like, subscribe, and leave a comment below. Welcome back to game number 2. Robert is going to be on the play, keeping 5. Chris has kept 7. We'll see if Robert can pull something out here off of the rip here, and we're going to see him fetch. See, I wonder if he's going to get a basic island. Nope, no Fear of the Wasteland. We're going to get a Volcanic, and he does have a defense grid in his hand. Maybe try to deploy that here while you can't get dazed. We'll see if Chris kept a Force of Will blue card to handle that. So... yes, here comes the defense grid, and see if Chris has anything to say about that. He does have the Force in his hand, it looks like. So, just taking his time, debating whether the defense grid is what he needs to do, or if he has a Wasteland. Alright, defense grid is Force of Will, pitching the Brazen Borrower, and the Brazen Borrower in the exile, and we'll see him lead off with a Volcanic Island and a Dragon's Rage Chandler. Yeah, the Grixis deck coming out swinging like it normally would. Robert's at 2 cards in hand and a Traxa and something else with 2 lands in play. I believe Chris does have a Stifle in his hand as well, so if Robert does go for the fetch, he will get stifled here. We'll see a draw. There's a Beseiju who endures. It was brought to my attention that I'm an idiot and it only taps for colorless mana, but that colorless mana makes it uncounterable. So, sorry, I was looking for words there. They're tough sometimes. And we'll see an attack for 3 here. I'll see if Robert goes to fetch. There's a Hydroblast and a Pyroblast and not a Stifle in his hand. Looks like maybe a Daze. So we'll see a Show and Tell come out, perhaps, and then we'll go from there. Untap into a draw. We have the Show and Tell. So we'll see a Show and Tell into a Sneak Attack. Alright, we can't activate that at the moment, which is unfortunate. I mean, the Atraxa would have gotten Hydroblasted or Pyroblasted because it is a red or blue card. Brainstorm of the Days. We're still not at the Dragon's Chandler being a 3/3 yet. 2 cards back on top. He's going to keep a Daze. And then attack, and then a Delver. Chris very much in command of this game, unless another Show and Tell comes down. He does have the Pyroblast in hand. We'll see a Daze come off the top. After the Delver flip, he doesn't want to draw it. And then he'll shuffle and get a fresh card off the top. Smooth operator Chris is with this Grixis deck. He also informed me that he top 4'd the last Buffalo Chicken Dip Legacy event, which is not easy to do, so congrats to him as well. And this also is his first night with us, so welcome as well. Robert down to 2, and see if he wants to go out on his own accord here with tapping the Beseiju, and that's it. Thanks for watching. If you've been enjoying our content, please be sure to like, subscribe, and leave a comment below.